Ah, hello and good evening. I don't know if anyone's there. Maybe nobody's there. Oh, we've got one already. So, hello to the one. We love the one, whoever you are. Um, you are the winner. You win the chicken dinner. I don't know who you are, but we've got one like. We've got hello to Sharon and only me and Louise and Sharon Fortune and Tinkerbell and oh gosh, we're already going up. Daniel and Expedituous, Rita and Ginger Bear and Alana. Gosh, it's going up very quickly. Hello, I'm a little early. I hope I haven't caused trouble by being early for you. So, anyway, what would you like to talk about first tonight? Would you like to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell? Put a one. Would you like to talk about the Crooked House pub? Yes, you'd all into the Crooked House pub. Okay, well, let's go for the Crooked House pub. So, the Staffordshire police today have arrested a 66-year-old man and a 33-year-old man over the fire that destroyed the Crooked House pub. Isn't that disgraceful? Shame on them for burning down a beautiful heritage landmark. Isn't that an appalling thing to do? You know, the Black Country pub should never have been burnt down. Now, I believe that the people who own it are on holiday in Corfu and they're living it up La Vida Loca. Shame on them. Isn't that appalling? 22,000 people have joined a Facebook group calling for the pub to be rebuilt. Well, we think that the pub should be rebuilt, don't we all? So we want a petition to grow and grow. And I urge you, I don't know what the petition is, to support rebuilding the pub, because that pub should never have been demolished for the sake of these disgusting toe rags who are appalling people. It must be rebuilt. Well said, Louise. Louise, you are speaking for the nation. We like you, Louise. You are a lady of great repute. Yes, we want the pub rebuilt. The wonky pub in the Black Country burnt down on the 5th of August, just after a week of being sold to its new owners. What a disgrace. How dare they treat this pub like this? And there are pubs all over the country that are being treated in the same way. Pubs are part of the community. And today we've spent most of the day in a pub, which is part of our community, a pub called the Magnet. And it's a lovely place. And there was some music. Things went on, bit of noise, people joined in, people had fun. Isn't that fantastic? That is what should happen in every community. Pubs should bring the community together. Isn't that a lovely, lovely thing to do? Let's have more of that and less of these people burning down pubs. Shame on them. Absolutely shame on them, the disgraces. But no, let's celebrate pubs that are part of the community. Weatherspoons is not a pub. Weatherspoons is a vile operation owned by a greedy profit grabber who is a piece of scum. I don't agree with you, Invisible Ray. No, I think Mr. Tim Martin is a disgusting piece of toe rag. I don't like him. And I'd like to put him up there as the grifter of the week. So he can bog off. I don't like him. Music is a unifying way of energy. Yes, well, we love music. Of course we love music. And there are over 216 of you here already. Weatherspoons are pharmacists for Friday nights. I don't know about that. I don't know what the pharmacy they operate, but that makes them sound out to be like drug dealers. That sounds a bit odd. I don't know about that. I couldn't possibly comment. Yes, they were paid arsonists, perhaps. You all love a good drink and good cheer. Well, of course we do too. Drinking is a lovely thing to do in good company, but one has to do it sensibly and in good company. You're delighted to see me again. The fireworks, yes, the fireworks last night here in Broadstairs, and another example of community spirit. Community spirit is a wonderful thing. If you bring a community together through things that they do together, then you create wonderful things and you bring people together. Isn't that a lovely thing to do? There is no reason to criticize bringing communities together. Community is the most wonderful thing on the planet. Always, we don't need to be alone. Now, if you wish to be alone, that's your choice. And I have no problem with that. I love occasionally to go and sit at a bar in a restaurant and sit by myself and have dinner by myself because I actually quite love my own company. And then I can read a book and I can read a notebook and write a few notes. But I don't do it often, but it's something I actually enjoy. So there's nothing wrong with being alone if you wish to be alone. But equally, I love to be in the company of friends. And I'm very lucky to have some wonderful friends in the world. And I spend a lot of time in the company of wonderful friends. Isn't that a wonderful thing to enjoy in your life? To be able to spend time with people who actually care about you, people who enjoy you, people you enjoy. It's up to all of us to enjoy one another. Isn't that a wonderful thing to do? So please be positive about your life and don't be negative. There's no need for negativity. It's so boring, really, because you're never going to win with negativity. All it's going to do is drive you mad. So stop being negative, enjoy your life. I wish you all happiness galore. That is the most wonderful thing that you could all enjoy in your life. So please do it. Broadstairs sounds like a lovely place. Well, it is. Every night of the week. Tonight we've got Graham Barnes playing music up the road. Every night of the week we have something else happening. It's an absolutely lovely community. Community is a fantastic thing to participate in. So I'm glad you enjoy that. Flush out the negativity. Yes, I totally agree. Do I think that Margaret Thatcher would have sorted out the boat crossings? Margaret would have dealt with things a little more diplomatically than the ghastly, horrible woman who is the MP, Natalie Elphicke, who is a piece of trash. Natalie Elphicke should be thrown in a blender at high speed. She makes me feel sick. She's she's a disgusting person, and her husband went to prison for being a sex offender. So there's my view on that. I'm not going to say any more about Natalie Elphicke because she makes me feel angry. And I'm not an angry person, but I really don't like the Elphickes. They're wicked people. He's a dirty Tory who went around and was sent to prison for being a sex offender. So I think I win on that one. So no. Who are you bog off crew? Jen Wilson. Thank you. I'm glad you're a bog off crew. But please tell everyone to bog off. But no, I love lots of people. I don't want to tell everyone to bog off. No, but you seem to love this bog off. I didn't mean to make it into me being the word that I say. I'm not angry at all. I said yes, I'm not an angry person. My thoughts on Raoul Moat. Well, I did encounter Raoul Moat, so that's a very interesting story. So, oh well, here we go. Well, we can begin the evening stories before we go on to my serious stories with Raoul Moat. So yes, I had to drive up some vodka when I worked for a vodka company to Northumberland, and I had to drive it to a farm which belonged to a family called Cookson. And at this farm, um, we were going to be supporting a party. And it was for a weekend of the Wimbledon final or something. And it was going to be a giant screen. Anyway, at this weekend, this screen didn't work. And the lady of the house, a very distinguished lady, lovely lady, who owned the house, said to me, "Oh, could you drive our gatekeeper, this man who lived in the gatehouse, to Newcastle to get the right plug? Because the morons who'd brought the television hadn't brought the right plugs." So off we go, and we end up in a roadblock. And this white Lexus speeds by. And the man in the car was an ex-policeman. And he said, "Oh, that's Raoul Moat." And I said, "Who's he?" And he went, "Oh, he's some psychopath." I went, "Oh, right." Anyway, we went and collected our plugs and off we went. And that was that. But I was in a police car. I was in a car with a policeman. 2 days earlier, he had shot a man in a car simply because he was a policeman. So I was very lucky to live. He didn't stop my car and shoot me. But that was my only encounter with Raoul Moat, and what a weird thing to happen. And the lady of the house had the chief of the police constable. She was there at our Wimbledon lunch, but that's another part of the story. But we'll tell that story another day. But no, Raoul Moat. That was I was literally face to face with Raoul Moat. Gaza couldn't stop him coming out of the hole, and he killed all those poor people. Absolutely awful. But I was just in a car next to him. It's so weird. I don't know what to say. I've had weird encounters in my life. My grandmother was very involved in the Society of the Paranormal, but we'll go there this evening. Don't want to talk about that because I really don't. But let's talk about some of the other issues that we have raised, because I think that is more relevant. Right, let's talk about some of the issues I've raised on the Twitter, because I think that is actually useful to a conversation. I don't think I want to talk about Raoul Moat any further, but you all want to talk about Raoul Moat. Oh, God. Please, no, please don't start this. Gaza arrived with a cooked chicken. No, he arrived with a fishing rod and a load of cans of Stella, actually. So you're totally wrong, whoever you are. A fishing rod, yes, there you go, Tina, you got it right. Yes, he did turn up to a place called Rothbury in Northumberland, and I was in the vicinity, and it was all a little weird, and it was all a thought. But no, I was not part of any of that. I just happened to be in the police roadblock when he drove by in the Lexus. So no, I wasn't anything to do with Gaza and the chicken cans and the whatever went on. I do apologize to anyone who suffered as a result of the awful deaths that he caused. He was an evil fucking bastard. And that man should have been shot the minute they saw him, because they allowed him to continue. He should never have been allowed to go down that drain, because, he caused damage from the beginning. It was ridiculous. And the police officer, I can't remember her name, but the chief police constable, the woman, she's a disgrace. She's up there with Damon Cressida Dick as one of the worst police officers on this entire planet. And it was appalling what I saw, because I just think it's disgusting that poor innocent people were shot. The poor policeman was shot and his eyes were blinded. And then he murdered him. Then he killed himself, and all the other people who were killed. Totally wrong. And like the Whitehaven killer, why don't these police officers try harder? They just don't get it. They're lazy. I'm appalled at the police in this country, and I'm not a fan of the police. So there we go. Who is with me tonight? Well, we've got one guest. But there we go. But have I tried water? Well, I do drink water quite a lot, actually, so don't be so patronising, and whoever you are, why don't you bog off? You're a pest. How dare you tell me to drink water? I'll drink water whenever I wish. I drink lots of water, actually. I drink more water than probably you do. So you sound like a pain in the arse. So bog off. Right, next question. How was the fireworks? Well, we loved the fireworks. Have they ever done a handstand? No, well, that's not really a question I need to answer, but no, I haven't done a handstand. I'm not really into it. Right. Have I met Frank Bruno? No, I haven't. Do I know William Hanson? I know who he is. Yeah. That's all I shall need to say. I know who he is. That's all I shall say about him. Right. What do I think on the Coots banking scandal? Not really that interested. Boring. Next topic. Nigel Farage made profit from it. Boring. Not interested. Should fireworks be banned? No, I enjoyed fireworks last night. Beautiful things. I want more fireworks. Let's have more fireworks. Right. Okay. Have I been to Bamber Gascoigne's house? No, I haven't. Have I any words of advice on dieting and loss of weight? Just drink more water. Probably the best way. Don't know. Not interested in dieting. How boring. What do I think of the Just Stop Oil protesters? I think they should be sent a water cannon. I think they should be hosed down and destroyed. They are pieces of rubbish. How dare they pollute our nation with their trash? They're blocking the roads to stop ambulances and beautiful people getting to work. How dare they? Awful. No, don't like them. Right, what do I think of firework impersonators? I don't know what a firework impersonator is. Oh, right. Did I get some gin? Tina. Yes. Hello, Tina. Hello, Tina. Yes, we did receive a lovely gift from Tina. You sent some mini cheddars and some gin. It was just received at the magnet because I've just been told all about it. So thank you very much. I shall go and inspect it tomorrow. I think that's probably the best way we can respond because I haven't seen it yet. There we go. Have I had an out of the body experience? No, I haven't. You're looking very dapper. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Do I like John Cleese? I know his ex-secretary, who was his wife. I don't know much about him. Never met him. So I can't possibly comment. Have I tried sparkling water? Well, of course I've tried sparkling water. My family had a sparkling water business, but that's another matter. That's a long ago thing. So do keep up. Really. Have I ever been told that I look like Harry from Home Alone? I don't know who Harry from Home Alone is. Who do I admire? Well, lots of people, but you're going a little deep with silly questions. John Cleese is a Brexiteer. Well, good for John Cleese. Hello, Matthew from Canada. I don't know what that means. Hello, Matthew from Canada. I say hello back to you. Have I ever been in love? Not really. No, I'm not. I'm not really a romantic kind of person. There we go. Some people are. You know, my parents have had enough marriages between them. I don't really want to be like them. You look like Hugh Grant. Well, yeah, I've had that before. Right, okay. You like Susan Boyle? Well, yes, I do like Susan Boyle. She's an absolutely wonderful, spectacular voice of an angel. So don't be mean to Susan Boyle, because if you start on Susan Boyle, I'll start on you. So please leave her alone. What's my opinion on Donald Trump? Oh, well, he's just a silly old fool who should just shut up. Move on. Equally, so should Joe Biden. You know, Sleepy Joe, he's rubbish as well. Two old men who should just move on and let the world move on. Have I been to Aberdeen? No, I haven't been to Aberdeen. Never been to Aberdeen. Dudley Moore? No. Oh gosh, it's like the question now. Oh my God. I thought we were going to have some conversations here, but instead I'm getting into a dialogue of Richard Branson. Oh, absolute piece of toe rag. Worst person on the planet. Don't like him. Do I love Withnail and I? Yes, you love it. Right, I think it's time I move this conversation along and we talk about something actually relevant to my audience. So let's talk about the Crooked House Pub. I want to talk about the Crooked House Pub. I'm not interested in Richard Branson, but Richard Branson to me is boring. No, thank you, Richard Branson. Two men have been arrested over the fire at the Crooked House Pub. What do you think of that, audience? So, a 66-year-old from Dudley and a 33-year-old from Milton Keynes have been arrested on suspicion of arson. Rebuilding it won't be the same. So it's unfortunately. Well, it should be rebuilt brick by brick. I agree. Karuna used to go there. Well, it is about time the Crooked House Pub was rebuilt. Okay, so you don't want to talk about the Crooked House Pub? Okay, right. So let's talk about Priti Patel. Okay, let's move along. I don't understand why you people want to be in the room with me without talking about a topic. So Priti Patel has apologised to the king after an email about Prince Andrew's security being leaked. What do you think of Priti Patel? Put a 1 in the chat if you like Priti Patel. Put a 2 in the chat if you hate Priti Patel. Put a 3 in the chat if you're indifferent to Priti Patel. Because you see, that's the kind of person I am. I'll give a 1, 2, or 3. Right, okay, right. She's a monster. She's a monster. Well, the majority of you hate her. So why on earth is she allowing, sending messages trying to reinvent Prince Andrew? Is that not utterly shocking? Would you not say that this woman, Priti Patel, should keep her oar out of every domain? The lady is, she was voted a monster from hell. She was voted the neighbor from hell, I think, in 2021. She really is a very tedious person. So why on earth is Priti Patel, the defender of Prince Andrew? What on earth is this woman playing at? What do you think of Priti Patel? I'm making her relevant. It's not me making her relevant. She has made comments supporting Prince Andrew. And King Charles has quite rightly said, I'm not interested in these stupid comments. This woman should be put in her place. She's horrendous. Well said, one Joe. Pretty awful woman, says the greatest Gertrude. I like your name, the greatest Gertrude. That's a cool name. Off with her head. Well, I better not say that because I'll probably get banned. She is a weasel. Yes, thank you for whoever said that. Not up to the job. Yeah, we know that. What do I think of Kim Woodburn? Well, I don't know. She's just a woman who talks about cleaning. She doesn't harm anybody. Put her on the... No, I better not go there because that'll get me into trouble, allegedly. King Charles is above this. Well, Peaky Blinder, you're quite right. King Charles is behaving correctly. He's keeping out of it. But this piece of tow rag needs to be thrown away with the rubbish. You find her annoying. Yes, and I'm loving all the love. Here we go. Lots of love, 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 love. Vicious old gob. Oh dear. Pretty. Oh god. Right. I shouldn't have probably gone on the topic of pretty. My god, I'm getting a lot of abuse here. Putin and the plane crash. Well, the plane crash is obvious. We know what's going on there. We don't even need to bother talking about it. Putin caused it, and that's that. So I'm not really interested in talking about it further, to be honest. Put her on the ball. Oh. Well, you don't like Priti Patel. I can gather this. I didn't ever anticipate quite so many people hating Priti Patel, but right. So I think we've dealt with that topic. Well, the next topic, Prince Andrew. Yes, well, Prince Andrew is trying to reinvent himself. What do you all think of that? With my 4 ideal dinner guests, well, I've never had a dinner party of 5. I think that's a very odd number. One would have 6. So I couldn't really answer that. The soup of the day with whiskey, with croutons. I don't know what that means either. Should I emigrate to the outback? I don't know. 15-minute cities. No, that's. Gosh, we're getting all these questions. I don't think I have any kind of moderator here helping me, so I don't know. I've never visited Auschwitz. No, to my horror. No, I feel sorry for the wonderful poor people who died there, and I respect their memories, and I try and share as many of their memories as I can every day. I do share the posts about those people as their memories because I think it's something that makes me very sad. I've never been to Birmingham. I've never been a Northern dancer. I don't know what a Northern dancer is. Can I outrun a giraffe? Probably not. No, the giraffe would be far quicker than me. That's pretty obvious. You only have to look at historical records. Of course, a giraffe runs faster than a human. It's a very strange question to ask. Have I read the Laurie Lee, The Cider with Rosie? Of course, I've read Cider with Rosie. That's one of the books that my parents first ever gave me. It's a lovely book. I love Laurie Lee. What a lovely, delightful book. Yeah, love it. Absolutely delightful, heartwarming book. Lovely story about children and innocence and schoolhood and everything else. And of course, I love Laurie Lee. Can I rap? Well, I spent time with the Wu-Tang Clan, so probably better than you, Irish fan. I don't know. Maybe you could be even better, but I bet you are. I bet you've found some other better rapper. But no, I did rap with the Wu-Tang Clan. Greetings from West Sussex. Well, West Sussex. I love West Wittering Beach. Lovely place to go. I love Chichester. I love lots of parts of West Sussex. So yeah. No moderators to help speed the chat up. I don't know. This is all becoming a little bit of a chat feed. What's your dad's favorite book? Well, that's not my father. Is like me. We don't do favorites. We just like lots of books. Depends on the occasion. Not a really good question. My rap name is Ginny T. No, it isn't actually. So, it was very nice of you to suggest it, Justin, but no, I don't really want that one. So I reject that. So thanks for your attempt. How far is Roehampton from where you live? Well, that's the kind of question I really don't need to answer. It's totally boring. Seriously, please don't ask me questions like that. It doesn't matter. Rory Stewart, yes, we love Rory Stewart, yes. But you spelled his name incorrectly. His name is not spelt the way you spell it. But there we go. But I like Rory Stewart. Yep, great man. Wonderful gentleman. Cider with Rosie was your dad's favourite book. Yes, well, you speak sense. Who do I look up to in life? People who stand up against adversity. Wonderful people. People who've got courage. People who've got balls. Yeah. How do I make my ice grenades? Yep, I put them in the mold. I put them in the fridge. Quite simple, really. They're American. Wonderful. I've never met Lady C. I don't know why you keep asking about Lady Colin Campbell. I have never ever met Lady Colin Campbell in person. I have been in the same room as her. I don't know her. So please stop asking me if I've met Lady Colin Campbell because I've got nothing to do with the woman. I'm sure she's a delightful, wonderful person, but we don't know one another. We're not personal friends. We have mutual friends, But that's that. So please stop asking me if I'm her personal friend, because I'm not. Because I don't know her. It's just ridiculous. I've never actually met her properly. I have been sat next to her in a restaurant at the next table, but I don't know the lady, so I can't possibly comment on someone I don't know. So please stop asking me about her. It's getting a bit boring. You may love Lady C. Well, that's very good. But please go and tell Lady C that you love her. It's nothing to do with me. I don't know the lady, and I don't know why you have to keep asking me about how I know her, because I don't know her. We're not personal friends. We've never met. I have no problem with the lady, but seriously, could you stop just asking me about somebody I've never ever met? It's totally boring as a question. I've told you all before, I don't know her. She's got nothing to do with me. I've got nothing to do with her. I wish her all the best with whatever she wishes to do, but I just don't know her. I've no problem with her one bit, so please move along. Next question. Thank you. Lauren Harris. I don't know Lauren Harris either, so please don't start asking me questions about people I don't know. Lauren Harris, I've never met. Ever, ever, ever. I don't know anything. I have no opinion about Lauren Harris. Doesn't interest me. It's different to the other one, but no, I don't have an opinion. You make me laugh. Oh, well, thank you. Better than making you cry, I suppose. What's my education? What does that mean? What is your education? I have had an education, yes. Thank you. That's my answer to your question. That's all I'm prepared to say to that. Rowley Birkin QC. I don't know who Rowley Birkin QC is. Don't start about Tara. Please leave Tara Palmer Tompkinson alone. Tara is a very, very was a very dear friend. And please, she's dead. And how dare you go on about her? If you want to go on about her, bog off. How dare you? Leave Tara out of it. Tara was one of the most delightful, dear, kind-hearted people on the planet. Stop it. Whoever you are, you're a bully. You're a nasty piece of toe rag. Bog off. How dare you talk about Tara? Tara was a kind, lovely lady. I won't have any of this. No, I don't want this. And you made me angry now. You've made me very angry. And when I get angry, I get very angry. So you shut your bloody gob. No, I'm furious. I'm very angry. Tara was a classy lady. Yes, well said. Tara should be left alone. And this piece of rubbish should shut his mouth. No, I'm allowed to say whatever I want, so don't you tell me what I'm to say. Whoever you are, you can clear off as well. How dare you? I'm loyal to my old friends, whether they're dead or alive. Don't you start on my friend Tara. She was a lovely lady, a kind-hearted, decent lady. And whoever you are, you're a piece of scum. So why don't you fuck off? I'm so angry with you, whoever you are. Go away. Oh, I'm a posh Jeremy Kyle. Oh, whoever you are, why don't you clear off? How dare you? Tara Palmer Tompkinson was one of the most decent, kind-hearted ladies on the planet. So whoever you are, seriously, grow up, man up, and just bog off, whoever you are. I won't be answering any further questions about Tara Palmer Tompkins, so you've achieved your little rant that you wanted out of me. Have I got any taxidermy in my house? Is that another next stupid question? Well, yes, I like taxidermy, nothing wrong with that. So that'll piss off a few of you as well. So bog off. Right, next question. Right, okay. Do I like swallows and Amazons? Oh, for goodness sakes. It's very kind of you to mention swallows and Amazons, but of course, you mention it because you know my relationship with the writer. I was actually related to the writer, Arthur Ransom. So there you go. So that is the reason you're mentioning that, and you're now trying to bring that up because you want to say that he was a communist and he was a racist and all the rest of it. And I know full well what your little agenda is. But guess what? Arthur Ransom wrote beautiful books for children. They were called Swallows and Amazons, and children enjoyed them. And they were lovely books about sailing, and they were fantastic, and they were about the Lake District and the Norfolk Broads, and they were absolutely fantastic books. And then he also happened to have a relationship with a certain politician's wife, and he also happened to be the political editor of the Manchester Guardian. And, you know, the BBC should not have made their ghastly programme accusing him of being a communist. And that was an appalling thing to do. Arthur Ransom was a wonderful gentleman, and he wrote wonderful books about fishing, which is what my father actually prefers. He loves his books about fishing, and we've got all of his books. We have every book because we're rather closely connected to him. But I love Arthur Ransom, and I love people like Enid Blyton, and I don't think the cancel culture should be allowed to continue. And people like Agatha Christie, wonderful writer. All of these people, these wonderful writers of that generation, they go, oh, they're bigoted, they're nasty, they're terrible. They're not. They were just people of their time, and they just did what they did. Leave them alone. I'm very lucky. You know, when I was a child, there was a gentleman who was Arthur Ransom's nephew. He would come to read to me and my sister and I, and he would come in his camper van, and it was like the size of a Suzuki. It was a tiny little thing, weird thing. He captivated every child that was with us. It was brilliant. And you people today, you just want to get rid of people like this. Shame on you. You're disgusting. You make me feel sick and angry because there is no need to cancel history and wonderful stories that people enjoy. And these were just because the child was called Titty or whatever, you know, in the case of Arthur Ransom. Please, leave it alone. We don't have to change the story and make it into a new story. They were stories of their time. Make your own news stories if you don't like the stories. If you create your own stories. What's wrong with you people? They created stories at the time, and Arthur Ransom was a crusader against all sorts of things. You don't get it. You're idiots. You're absolute morons. You're worse than the village idiots. And I stand with Arthur Ransom, and I miss, just because these children had silly names, you want to cancel him. It's disgusting. How dare you? And I will not tolerate this. And like I said the other day about gollywogs, look, people don't like the word gollywog. I'm not allowed to say this supposedly on YouTube, and I'll get banned allegedly. Well, ban me, YouTube. Go ahead, because you watch. I'll just go on something else and talk about it there. Because guess what? I've got a following. In the last 10 days, I've had 150,000 people just follow me like that. Because I dare speak out. I was cancelled by this other channel, so I will speak out. But I will stand up for Arthur Ransom. Arthur Ransom wrote beautiful children's books, Swallows and Amazon. But Arthur Ransom actually really wasn't interested in children's books. He wrote books about politics. He played chess with Lenin. He married Trotsky's secretary. This is a man who led a very interesting life. And I have rather a big connection with him. But there we go. So let's stand up for truth and humanity here. This is enough. Cancelling free speech is too much. And, Mr. Twitter, Elon Musk, come on, you need to man up and big up and show up and support people like us, because we speak for freedom of speech. And that is what we should all be doing right now. It is time for freedom of speech. I will not be censored anymore by stupid people who say I can't say the word gollywog. They say I can't say golly. That's what they said to me. Golly. Golly is offensive because it means gollywog. And I said, excuse me. They said, well, golly means gollywog. I said, well, no, actually it means golly gosh. Like an exclamation. And you can't say, what else was it he got offended about? Oh, God, whatever he got offended about doesn't really matter. I can't be bothered arguing about the silly people who... And those people have since written to me saying they want to continue to do work with me. Well, if they wish to work with me, they have to put up with me as I am. I am not going to stop speaking in the English language. I don't wish to offend anyone. I'm not a racist. I went to university with the King of Ghana's son, Prince Peter Ozzy Tutu, King of Ghana. I have a former security guard who worked for me. He's a Sikh, Navjot Danoa. He was my security guard. He's one of my closest friends now. I have my friend Mark Sia. He is Singaporean. Hello. Most of my friends are actually foreign. So don't you dare ever call me a fucking racist, because I am one of the biggest supporters of total multiculturalism on the planet. I hate people who bully people of other races. I love my friends. But my friends, I went to the London School of Economics. I went to a school in North England where we had all sheikhs' sons there, and we had people from council estates. I've grown up with people from everywhere. I don't understand anyone hating people of other races and backgrounds. Tolerance is the best thing on the planet. And I'm so lucky to have friends from every walk of life. I grew up with billionaires. And I grew up with people who had zilch. Now, what did you all have? You are the bullies, the people that attack me, because I support all of these people. So please grow up. Please stop attacking me. I'm getting bored of this. It's very tedious to me. But I will fight on, because I love my friends and neighbors. I'm very lucky to have everybody from every walk of life in my life. What do you have? You probably have fuck all, because you're a bunch of bloody losers. And I honestly think you are, because you're bullies. And shame on you. So there you go. You got what you wanted tonight out of me. There's your final response. No more from me. Well, I'm glad you really enjoyed it, Sophie. What do I think of Andrew Tate? I think Andrew Tate is a troll. Unfortunately, he is not one of us. I would like to give the man. I would have liked to have given the man a chance, but I've watched too much of him, and he's just a nasty bigot. Don't like him. I don't know any lizard people. No. No, I'm not into David Icke. No. I'm glad you cheer you up. I'm so pleased you all agree with me. This is really nice that you agree with me. Thank you. Prince Harry, no, I don't really care about him. Tate is a wrong un. Yes, I totally agree. I don't like Andrew Tate. Sorry, I'm just not in. I've tried to look into him. The other person who I used to do those programs with was very involved with his interest in him. I looked into him and I personally made my own analysis, and my own analysis is the man is a wrong un. I agree with you. I don't like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is a misogynist and he's a creep and he's an utter disgrace. And I cannot support someone of that type. Not my kind of person. You've enjoyed the evening. I'm terribly sorry we've talked for so long about rubbish. Right. What would you like me to talk about before we end all this? Do I like Piers Morgan? No, well, we've already gone through all of this kind of thing. No, I'm not really interested in talking about Piers Morgan. Right. I'm a good man, yes. So why don't we move on to another topic? I think it's totally ludicrous to end the evening with this kind of nonsense. But we have talked about Arthur Ransom, and Arthur Ransom was a wonderful gentleman, and that really means a lot to me. What do I think of Dixie Normus? I don't know who that is. Right, no. Matt Hancock, no. I'm not interested in that. Not at all interested, thank you. Queen Camilla, yes, well, I love Queen Camilla, but that's another story. What do I think of Gary Lineker? Well, that's. I know where you're going with your angle, but I like Gary Lineker, and you won't. So let's not go there. What's my favorite music? I don't do the word favorite. Maybe this is something I could talk about actually, because you keep asking all the word favorite. Well, the word favorite is the most stupid word on the planet. Why on earth would you have a favorite anything? You might like something on a Monday. On Tuesday, you might like something else. On a Wednesday, I'm starting to sound like Craig David. You might like something else. On a Thursday, you might like something else. On a Friday, you might like something else. There you go. So the word favorite is a rather stupid word. I don't like the word favorite. So I find the word favorite actually disgusting. It's not for me. So have I met the Red Hot Chili Peppers? No, I haven't. I think they make some good music. They're perfectly good. Nothing wrong with them. But no, I haven't. Should there be a statue for Alan Turing? Possibly, but I'm not really that enthusiastic about it. What do I think of Craig David? Well, he's there on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. He's a bit of an every day of the week boy, isn't he? Right. Am I a cricket fan? No. Do I watch television? Not often. I like Radio 4. Have I met Alan Partridge? Well, I haven't met Alan Partridge because he's a fictional character, so that's not actually physically possible. But I have met Steve Coogan, yes. You loved the story of Arthur Ransom. Well, Arthur Ransom was very close to me in the story world. So, but I never met him personally, obviously, because he was dead before I was born. But he means a lot to me. Has Steve Coogan made me an offer? Well, I don't know. He's not made me an offer for anything as far as I'm aware. I don't think he'd really want me. We did talk the other day about the film Coffee and Cigarettes with Kate Blanchett, who I believe tuned in. And there were 11 people who were in that film, and I was one of the people there. So, yes, we did talk about that, but no, not with Steve Coogan, as far as I'm aware. So, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're talking in riddles. So, you're obviously clearly either have a message to convey or you're talking in riddles. Do I like rock or classical music? I like both. Like, can I speak fluently other languages? No, I'm useless. I was a very lazy student at school, and my biggest regret ever is I should have learned Latin. Stupid thing I didn't do, because I had the opportunity at school, and I loved the origin of words, and I didn't bother. But I had a horrible Latin teacher, and I didn't like her, so she put me off. That was the end of that. Do I like comedy? Well, I like certain kinds of comedy. Do I like The Good Life? Well, I don't really know. I've heard of it, but I don't really watch it. Have I heard about the Chelsea pensioners and their unfortunate circumstances? I don't know. Not heard about them and their problem. You love me for the 8th time. Do I like Blackpool? Well, I knew Mr. Owen Oyston in Blackpool, and that was a rather unfortunate thing, but can I whistle? Yes. No, I'm terrible at whistling. No, I can't do whistling on demand. No, I can't do it. No, so I've failed on that one. Where do I go on holiday? Well, I like lots of different places. It depends on what I want. The south of France, very nice with the lady next to me. I like Portofino. That's a lovely place to go. I love going to California. Wonderful places. I like going to other places too. Wales. Not Wales, no. No, I don't want to go to Wales. Yes, so they know who's in the background. Have I ever visited Great Yarmouth? No, I've never visited Great Yarmouth, but maybe one day. You holiday in Nice. Okay, well, that's very nice. Have you been to Santorini? I haven't been there, but I believe it's a very nice place. My friend Victoria likes it there. Is there any news on the baby? Well, I don't know about whose baby you're talking about, but there we go. I don't do anything about people's babies, so I don't have a baby. Have I been to Broadmoor? No, I've never been there. Have I been to Liverpool? Of course I've been to Liverpool. I've been to the Albert Docks with bloody Richard and Judy. Ghastly. Awful. But the rest of Liverpool, fantastic. Shame about Richard and Judy, but they don't live there anymore, so at least the place is free. Have I been to Australia? No, I haven't been to Australia ever, but it'd be nice to go one day. Do I play video games? No, I don't play video games. Gosh, this is like 25 questions. Do I like trolls? No, I don't like trolls. Do I like honesty and truth? Well, of course, everybody likes honesty and truth. Do I use head and shoulders? No, I don't. How did your town get its name? I don't know how Broadstairs was called Broadstairs, but it's Broadstairs. It's just a place, so get over it. You love Suffolk. Well, that's nice for you. Suffolk's a lovely place, but good for you for loving it. Do I like Punch and Judy? Well, sometimes. Maybe funny for a week, a moment. Do I like Nirvana? Well, nothing wrong with them. Do I like nudist beaches in Saint-Tropez? No, I don't go to a nudist beach in Saint-Tropez. I would certainly never go to a nudist beach anywhere. Sounds utterly revolting. But each to their own, and some people like going to a nudist beach. In San Francisco, there's plenty of those as well. So, some people are gay and some people are straight, and it's up to them what they bloody well wish to do. It's their own bloody business, so leave them alone. I don't wish to go to a nudist beach, but if somebody else wishes to go to one, good for bloody them. So stop harassing me about that. Don't you even start on that nonsense. Do I like the magnet in a zippy landlord? Well, the landlord is not called Zippy, and it's what a load of rubbish that is. Silly question. Do I play chess? I have played chess. Oh, you like going to a nudist beach? Well, good for you. I hope you enjoy it. I won't be going personally, but I hope you have a lovely time. I don't want to go to a nudist beach in Florida either. Right, okay, this is getting a little tedious now. I don't need to answer questions about nudist beaches in every single bloody state of America. I don't wish to go to a nudist beach, but I hope you all enjoy going to your nudist beach wherever you wish to go. So please have a lovely time at your nudist beach, because as Anka Lascelles says, nudist beaches are boring. There is nothing going on there. Yes, just go off there and enjoy yourselves. But we don't want to talk about this here. It is not for this channel. It is not relevant to our conversation. We wish you happiness on your nudist beach. We hope you take your clothes off and do whatever you wish to do. Fornicate or whatever you wish to do. Have fun. But please stop harassing us with your stupid questions. We're not interested in your nudist beach. No, we don't want to hug on your nudist beach either. That's definitely something I definitely don't want. Right, so we've deleted half the nudist beach people. Do I prefer a bath or a shower? Well, that's also a silly question. I like a shower. Am I a gambler? Yes, I love horse racing. Of course I do. Upside down pineapple. I don't know what that means. You're probably one of those people who wonders about pineapple on the pizza. I've no problem with pineapple on the pizza. What do I think of James Martin? Delightful gentleman, makes a great gin. Nothing wrong with his cookery. Perfectly nice gentleman. Ketchup or brown sauce? Well, it depends on the occasion, doesn't it? Jacket potatoes? Well, they're all right, but I wouldn't particularly get out of my way. Horse racing kills horses. Well, Bringer, you talk a load of rubbish. You're an absolute moron. Horse racing is actually one of the most wonderful things to encourage the horses to grow. It's an absolutely wonderful thing. So please don't talk such gibberish. Bringer, we don't like you, Bringer. You're not one of us, so you can bog off. Don't like you, Bringer. How were the fireworks? Yes. How did Min find the fireworks?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So the Broadworks fireworks were spectacular.
Yes.
Yes. Have I ever been in a pub, a sidekick in a pub pissed up? I don't know what it really means. I've not been a sidekick. Yes, 2 people have been arrested for the Crooked House pub. So are you enjoying the conversation here tonight or not? Vote a 1 for the conversation or a 2 for you want something a bit more structured. Okay? You all want the more structured conversation. Right. Well, many of you want this conversation, but no, horse racing does not kill horses. You stupid woman, Bringer. I think Bringer, please come. If the moderator is here, please ban the woman Bringer because she's vile. We don't like Bringer. She's a very sick woman. Bringer is a nasty woman. I don't like Bringer and her nasty remarks. Many of you want a mixture, which is lovely. I've never bitten my toenails, no. What a strange question. Have I ever ridden a donkey on Blackpool Beach? I have ridden a donkey on Blackpool Beach, of course I have. My friends were Mr. and Mrs. Doris Thompson, and they owned Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and of course they owned Blackpool Tower. They were very successful people, and of course I went on one of their donkeys. Yes, grew up in the vicinity. So yes, I did know Blackpool Beach. Well, I'm not letting anyone wind me up, but I just would like some of these people to be removed. And maybe tomorrow we can have a more calm chat without these codswallop people. Given one of them's called themselves codswallop. Bringer the Whinger, yes. Did I ever meet John Aspinall? No, I never met him, but I have no problem with Mr. Aspinall. I'm sure he was a delightful gentleman.
Someone's spitting me.
Well, I think we're coming towards the end of the time. I think it would be wise to end the conversation shortly because, frankly, some of these questions are getting a little bit silly. But it's been absolutely wonderful to talk to such lovely people. And may I thank you for your lovely, kind questions. Well, I hope you all have a lovely evening. I think it may be better that we end this matter now, but I say thank you to you all. And there are 516 of you watching currently, which is lovely. But But there's also so many crazy people who seem to send, "I'm better than Christmas." Well, that's very kind of you to say. Um, the remarks are so lovely and so kind, but I think it's better to end now, and we continue tomorrow when we have a proper set of topics. But I would like you all to suggest what kind of topics you would like to be discussed, because it would be so much easier to talk about good things and good humor, and I can bring in a few other weird and wonderful stories, but it would be so much better to do it that way than having all these crazy people continually interrupt. I don't think there will be another lockdown at the moment, but I believe there is talk of such, but I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't believe anyone could ever do that ever again, because they would not get away with it. And as for you, Dave H., Tara Palmer Tompkinson was not a nasty piece of work. Whoever you are, you're a nasty piece of work. You should be thrown down the well. You're a piece of scum. How dare you speak about Tara in this way? Tara was the most lovely lady, and you're scum. So shame on you. You've really irritated. Screwed Politics, block him straight away. Thank you, Screwed Politics. Please block that person. Wicked, evil person. Anyone who could criticize a dead lady, that is appalling. That's sickening in the head. You've just upset me, you horrible person, and you've just made me want to carry on. You love Tara, Becky. Yes, Becky, you're a lovely lady. That's a lovely thing to say. Tara was one of the most lovely people, and I enjoyed her company. And how dare this piece of rubbish talk about her like that? That's disgusting. You miss Tara, Wendy. Yes, well, we all do. No one should speak ill of the dead. Well, it's a kind thing to say, but we actually knew this lady, and she shouldn't be talked about like that. Tara was a wonderful personality, says Paulie, and I have a kind heart. Well, that's nice of you to say, but no, she had a kinder heart. She was far kinder than I was. Tara was lovely, gentle. Yes, she was. So this creep should be sent to Siberia. Love to Lady Min.
Thank you.
Lady Min, as you're now called. Yes, Lady Min says hi to you all. Tara never did any harm to anyone. Tara was a great character. She was beautiful. She was a wonderful soul, yes. No, we need to get rid of the horrible one. Tara was very nice. Yes, well, we know that. Thank you for your kind words. Round of love for Matthew to the end of Tara was fun and kind. Well, anyway, we hope to have a nice chat again tomorrow about other things. So, have I ever been to Penrith? We'll go on to that tomorrow. We talked about Penrith yesterday, so there we go. Anyway, wishing you all a lovely evening. We've done 1 hour and 14 minutes. I think that's quite enough. Tara was a diamond, and right, okay. Well, I will wish you happiness galore, all of you, and say happiness to the next stage. We can't do any more this evening. Thank you very much, and good gardening. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night and good gardening.